Hello everyone. In today's class, we will be understanding the recent case of Amazon versus Future Retail Limited. First of all, before understanding this particular case, about the facts of this particular case, we will be understanding that what are these companies doing? What are these companies related to? So if we start with Future Retail, it operates as India's most popular retail chains that offers products through digital platforms and covers over 60 million square feet of retail space. So if we see these Big Bazaar, Easy Day, Hyper City, and Heritage Fresh, these are the range of services which are provided by Future Group. Kishore Biani is the founder and group CEO of Future Group. On the other hand, if we talk about Amazon, all of us know a lot about Amazon. We buy lots of stuff from Amazon. So it's an American multinational technology company which focuses on e-commerce, cloud computing, digital streaming, and artificial intelligence. And Jeff Bezos is the founder of Amazon. So if we see this case, if we come on to the facts of this case, in August 2019, Amazon entered into an agreement with Future Coupons. Future Coupons is a Future Group promoter entity. So Amazon wanted to enter into an agreement, wanted to make an agreement with Future Coupons so that they can buy 49% stake in it. So Future Coupons hold a 7.3% stake in Future Retail. Okay, Future Retail is the full thing. Okay, in which Future Coupons is a part. Okay, so Amazon wanted to enter into an agreement with Future Coupons. Okay, and buy a 49% stake of Future Coupons. And Future Coupons is 7.3% stake in Future Retail. So Amazon wanted to buy it, and Amazon now has an indirect stake of 3.58% in Future Retail. So Future Coupon received 1,500 crore from Amazon as a result of this particular agreement. Okay, so now what happened? This particular agreement was made between Amazon and Future Coupon. In August 2020, Reliance Retail Ventures Limited came. Okay, now they wanted to do an agreement, they wanted to do business with this Future Group. So what happened in August 2020, Reliance Retail Ventures Limited said that they will acquire the retail and wholesale business and the logistics and warehousing businesses of Future Group. For how many rupees? For 24,713 crore. Okay, so Reliance will buy it. Now, this particular scheme of arrangement, what it will do, it will consolidate the Future Group's retail and wholesale assets. Okay, it will consolidate into one entity and it will be named as Future Enterprises Limited. So as a result of this agreement with the Reliance, they will consolidate Future Group's retail and wholesale assets, and they will make it one entity, that is your Future Enterprises Limited, which will be transferred to whom? Reliance Retail. Now, this particular agreement was not at all liked by Amazon. So Amazon objected because you are transferring everything to Reliance. Okay. So what Amazon said, that when we entered into this agreement, when Amazon entered into this agreement, we were clear, we had a clear understanding that Future Retail Limited will be the sole vehicle for its retail business and its retail assets, and will not be alienated or will be transferred to someone else, especially to a restricted person. So as a result, Amazon didn't like it. Amazon objected to it, and what Amazon did? They approached to Singapore International Arbitration Center. Okay, arbitration is a process. Okay, arbitration is a method through which you can resolve your dispute outside the court. Okay, it's like a court. Arbitration and arbitration proceedings, an arbitrator is appointed he or she listens to all the arguments that are given by both the parties and decide the matter. So it's like a court, but not an actual court. So basically parties have to decide while making a contract that in case in future if a dispute arises, how they want to resolve their dispute. So if they are clear that they want to resolve their dispute through arbitration, then the parties can go directly to the arbitration. So what happened? Amazon approached Singapore International Arbitration Center objecting this particular future Reliance retail deal. So the Singapore emergency arbitrator, what they did, they barred this particular deal. The deal between Reliance and Future was barred by the Singapore emergency arbitrator in an interim award. What they said that until the time the final award comes, till the time the final thing is decided, meantime we are barring, we are just saying that bar this retail Reliance, Future Retail and Reliance Group deal. Okay, but Future didn't like it. Future said that why Amazon is interfering so much. So Future went to Delhi High Court against Amazon. Future said that Amazon is really interfering in our matters. So this single judge bench of Delhi High Court, what they said, they stayed, they put a stay on this particular deal, and what they said, they allowed the Amazon to write to regulators, okay, and uphold the Future Retail's claim of torturous interference. Okay, they put a, first of all, they put a stay on the deal between Future Group and the Reliance Group. Okay, and said that Amazon can write to the regulators that this is the issue. And in the meanwhile, they took the issue of the interference that is made by the Amazon. So Delhi High Court put a stay, but this Delhi High Court's division bench issued notice to the Future Retail on Amazon's plea, because Amazon was not satisfied that okay fine, you are telling me to go to the regulators and everything. So Delhi High Court's division bench issued a notice to Future Retail on Amazon's plea against the order that allowed the regulators to decide, that regulators will decide what to do and what not to do. So this single judge bench order, that is status quo on Future Retail Group. Okay, so single judge bench of Delhi High Court ordered that there should be a status quo. Whatever the deal is done is done. No future progress should be made. No more progress should be made in this deal until and unless final decision comes, until and unless it is finally decided. Now, the Future Retail went to the two-judge bench in Delhi High Court, that because they were not satisfied, they were not happy with this status quo thing on their deal, that okay, no more progress should be made. So they were not satisfied. So that's why they went before the two-judge bench in Delhi High Court. So this two-judge bench lifted the single-judge bench status quo order. What they did, okay, fine, we are lifting this particular order, that is status quo order that is put on this deal. If you see, single judge bench is a bench in which there is only one judge, and two judge bench is a bench in which there are two judges who are deciding the matter. Okay, so the decision of two judge is more more appropriate than the a decision given by the one judge. So it will be, it was like you are going for an appeal thing. Okay, so now what happened, this two judge bench lifted the single bench order of status. Now what happened, Amazon again was not satisfied that why this status quo is lifted. So Amazon moved to Supreme Court challenging this lifting of status quo order by a division bench, by a two judge bench of Delhi High Court. Now in the meantime, National Company Law Tribunal was hearing and reserving orders on Future Group plea and on calling for a shareholder meeting to approve the deal with Reliance. So NCLT, that is National Company Law Tribunal, was dealing with all these things. Now what happened? Supreme Court allowed the future retail to proceed with the plea for a not before NCLT and restraining NCLT from finalizing on this. Okay, NCLT was doing its meeting and everything, okay, on this future group plea, that what is happening, approving this particular deal with Reliance. But what Supreme Court said, okay, fine, you can do this, you can see what is happening, but you cannot take the final decision. So National Company Law Tribunal was restrained by Supreme Court that they cannot take the final decision, and the Supreme Court issued notice to Future Retail Group on the plea seeking status quo. There should be no status quo. So notice was given, issued to Future Retail Group. And finally, Supreme Court upheld the Singapore Emergency Arbitrator Award, that is restraining this particular deal between Future Retail Limited and Reliance Retail. So finally, what happened? Supreme Court uh, restrained the deal that was happening between Future Retail Limited and Reliance Retail. And this particular judgment was delivered by Justices R.F. Nariman and B.R. Gavai after hearing the arguments that were given by the senior advocates Harish Salve, who was representing Future Group, and Gopal Subramaniam, who was representing Amazon. This particular verdict is important as it deals with the legality and enforceability of an award by an emergency arbitrator of the foreign country, and the fact that the term emergency arbitrator is not used in the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. So this was in brief the whole issue that happened between Amazon and Future Retail Limited. I hope all of you are understanding, all of you have understood this particular case, about the facts of this particular case, and this video was helpful to all of you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.